Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and other identifying folks. Today, I've decided to grace your presence once more and annoy you by being on your screen. And today, I wanted to play a new city builder game, which recently came out called Foundation, which describes itself as a medieval city builder with no limits. And so I'm going to be taking that seriously. And we're going to see what kind of chaos we can create, or perhaps even just see how much we can chill by playing the game. Either way, I haven't decided yet. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens. With that being said, let's go. So first and foremost, as you can see on the screen already, it kind of starts off like how Cities Skylines usually does, where you select your map and you select where you want to start. But the difference is, it looks like you actually have a lot more options. So for example, we can have a lot more hills, a lot more fluvial, whatever the hell that means, or a coastal town that you can create. You can have ocean, which that doesn't really look like an ocean. You can have it be less of a bay. You can have more of a bay, for example. Like if you want it to be a literal bay, you can have lakes. You can have it be less islands, more islands. I don't know, whatever you want. More cliffs, less cliffs. We're going to have it be as hilly as possible because I'm sure that won't have any ill effects whatsoever. And turn the hills all the way up. Oh, God. Create a little bit of a basin, I guess. Have the slopes be high. We'll do that. All right, cool. Select your rules. What kind of rules do you mean? Okay, good. So, we have 5 different game modes. Casual, enjoy relaxed, easygoing experience with minimal challenge. Classic, to play the game as intended for your first playthrough, which it definitely is mine, you know what I mean? And then in the challenge, a difficulty mode suited for a meticulous strategist. I don't need to be shown how to play. I'm good. Ever happy population needs to be off. So does invulnerable army, because we want these people to suffer as much as humanly possible, and everything else I really don't care about, so we're gonna ignore it. I get to create my own heraldry. Oh, this is just perfect. This is just perfect. I can create my own heraldry. Let me see what I can come up with. I'll be right back. All right, so this is what I've come up with for the heraldry. Obviously, you needed to make it be as disjointed and not make a sense at all. So we got the Christmas colors going on in the background, obviously with the swords, because once you come in here, you are never leaving. We want our emblem to be sure to make that as known as possible. And so to hit that home, we're gonna call our first village. We're gonna call it "You Are Never Leaving This Place," because we are going to hold you hostage. Wait, how long can I make this name? This hasn't stopped me yet. How long can I make this name? Hold on for a second. So I've come up with the name. And so for anybody who's curious and wants to know what it's called, our village is going to be called, as you can see, I'll go all the way through. It's pretty long. It's going to be called "You Are Never Going to Leave This Place," because we are going to hold you hostage and you are going to learn to enjoy your stay here, even if it kills you, because none of us care about your well-being and want you to suffer as much as possible, Vil. So hopefully that makes people feel really welcome in my city. Anyways, let's go, shall we? All right, so immediately off rip, it had me purchase a parcel of land over here. So what I think we're gonna have to do is, so what you can do from what I'm seeing here is basically you have a bunch of different little buttons, right? You have your coins, obviously, which is your finances in the game. You have your coins tendency, which means I'm guessing is your economics tab. If you tend to spend more or earn more, you have your resource counter. You have your villager counter for population, happiness, which obviously we want to keep at 0. Your village is unemployed, which we want to keep at maximum. Your progression, prosperity. So, for example, prosperity is how happy your villagers are and how prosperous your village is. You have the village map, which just shows you a map of the game, basically. You can select your time of day, daytime, dusk, nighttime, rain, fast forward, pause, whatever. And then this is the build menu. So all we can do right now is build a village center, which obviously we are going to put as far away from the center of the village as possible, which is going to be, can I put this outside? Actually? Wait. Is it letting me put it out there? No, it's not. Okay, I was hoping it would let me build it outside because it lets you place it, but it won't let you build it because you build things. You have to actually press the build button. Very intuitive, I know. But I'm going to have to put it inside of my territory, unfortunately. So I'm going to put it over as close to the edge as I can, right there. Perfect. It just got, oh my god. Oh, the name is so long it just goes off the screen. Oh no. Oh, I love it. New buildings and building parts available. Who the hell are you people? Hello? Oh hey, some insufferable souls already live here. Why do you look like that? They all look so dead inside. Why do you look like this? I don't like it. Why are your eyes so dead? Lady, stop staring at me, please. Blink, damn it! Okay. All right. So obviously, it's going to want me to have a bunch of progression and stuff like that. So let me see what it wants me to build. It wants me to build a workshop, a village market, a forester camp, a lumber camp, a sawmill, a stone cutter camp, a well, gathering hut, and a rustic church. And then also you can have paint. You have your territory, which is this right here. And then your photo mode. Let me see. What else does I want to build? Builder's workshop. We're going to put that as far away from them as possible, obviously. We put that over there. Build that for 5 wood. And then I need to assign a worker. So I'm going to make you a builder. And she, Miss Patricia, is going to go ahead and work on this building by herself. And we're going to have her just make it all by herself. We're going to have her build everything alone. So I'm going to make her build everything that I need. Which I'm realizing right now for the village market, it wants me to build a lot of different things. So we'll save that for now. And I'm just going to have a forester camp. And we'll put that away from the forest over here, because you don't want it near the forest, of course. Why would you want that, right? You don't want your forestry camp near the forest. Why would you want that to ever be the case? And in your lumber camp, you also want away from the forester camp, actually in the forest, right? You want it to be as far away as possible. And then we also need a sawmill, a stone cutter camp. You pretty much need everything on here immediately. So we're just going to leave it outside of their grasp. And it seems like they're really demanding housing right now, which sucks for you, because I don't care. It looks to me like Patricia is hard at work right now, building things for me, I believe. Yep, there she goes. She's just walking along the path by herself, carrying a log on one shoulder as you do. What a strong, independent woman. I love her already. And of course, so far, she's the only builder. So she's the only one who's actually building anything. So even if we have all these people back here just standing in the background, in the background like that, just standing in a huddle who can help her, it's only going to be Patricia who's going to be doing anything. She's the only builder in this entire village. So she's the only one who actually built anything. So we're going to let her work, and we're going to fast forward for a bit. I just got an event that added a bunch of things that we needed to do. So I need to complete this part here, a prestigious burg, part 1. So I apparently have promised the elders that I would build a village, which means I need to build a manor house that has a great hall, tax office, and a bailiff office, as well as assign a bailiff and enact residential taxes. Now, where is the manor hall? I don't seem to have the manor hall yet. So instead, I'm going to build a gathering hut, because that seems important. We're going to have it away from everything again, because you don't want anything that needs to be where it's supposed to be near anything, right? No workers assigned. Also no workers assigned. What is this? The forester camp. You random citizen right there. You are going to be a forester. Mr. Tedrick. And what are you? You are the lumber camp. So you also need a worker. I'm guessing Alice here then needs to be a woodcutter, I think, potentially. Ah, she is heading to work. Let's see what happens. So Alice, what is this? Missing zone. What do you mean a missing zone? Paint reforestation area. I have to paint a reforestation area. Everything. Deforest literally everything inside of this village. I want all of the trees gone. Thank you. So we're also going to need to build a stonecutter camp and stuff like that. So I'm going to build a... I'm actually going to be nice. I'm going to have the stonecutter camp be right next to the boulders because I don't feel... I'm too lazy to actually make it really do all of my work for me. I'm going to have the well be right smack in the middle of the forest because that's obviously where all the good, like, water is, right? That's filled with sap. We need a rustic church as well. So let me build a rustic church real quick, and we're going to build that. I'm going to have the major nave. We're going to have that in the middle of the village because obviously you want that to be an... I can make it really tall. How tall can I make it? Okay, so I've gone to the edge of the map. It took me only a couple seconds, but I've been dragging my mouse back and forth on the edge of the map for like 5 minutes, and it seems to actually make it build more. So if I turn around... you can still see it. Wait, where'd it go? Oh no, I got rid of it. Wait, come back. Wait, no, my giant, majestic, tall church. Come back. Please, I need my giant, tall, majestic church. Come here. And up you go. All right, perfect. There we go. And it zoomed me all the way in. Where the hell am I? Ah, there we go. Perfect. So I'm gonna have the church be as tall as humanly possible, like that. All right, perfect. I think that is about as good as you can get for a church. So we're gonna build that. Building with unfulfilled requirements. Are you sure to build a building without fulfilling all requirements? Building can only be used when all the requirements are met. Do you want to proceed? No. I think it also needs a humble gate, which we're gonna put right here. It wants a rustic wooden tower. We will attach that right here. And of course, we're going to make it as tall as possible. But of course, shorter than the main building. And I'll have another one on the other side, which is also going to be extremely tall and taller than the other one. I also want a wooden cross because clearly you want that. We're going to have that be right here. The thatched gate we can put... over here on the other side of the church. You want a thatched steeple? Not really. Let's see, what else do I need? A rustic thatched chapel. We'll put that right there and also make it really tall. I think that's perfect for a church. So let's build it. Oh, what do you want? No assigned workers. You right here. I want you to be a forager because I think that gets rid of the berries. And I need somebody to do stone, so we're going to have Durade. She is going to be a miner. And she's going to get the stone for me. And for some reason, it's telling me that I need to assign a zone to this building right here. But I'm not sure how to do that because it's not telling me really exactly where or how to place a zone. But I have a bunch of workers right now. I have them doing all their stuff. So I'm just going to let them work for a couple weeks. And we're just going to come back in a bit and see what they do. Okay, so I took a few minutes to let the game run for a bit. And I've discovered that apparently these people, if you don't assign them anything to do, they'll just stand around and do nothing for the entire game, basically. So we're going to go ahead and assign all of them jobs. So we're going to make Mayor. We're going to have her be a builder. We're going to have Ciencia be a builder. I'm going to have Zanetta be a builder. And we're going to have Isalera be a builder. We're going to have Oruana be... Oh, she's a forager. Okay. And we're going to have Gwyn be a... Let's see. What can he do? He'll be a forager. We're going to have Agnesia be a builder. We're going to have, let's see, Emir over here be a forager. And we're going to have, not Agnesia, Galiar also be a forager. And so we're going to have everybody be the exact opposite of what their gender stereotype would have them be. Because we don't follow gender stereotypes here, do we? Anyways. I've also noticed that they've started building the church, which makes me really happy because I want to see my magnificent, glorious structure stretch to the heavens. What I've also noticed is that I need to trade with other villages, which makes me think I need a village market. And so to do that, I'm going to need a food stall, which is apparently outside my territory. And I'm going to have this food stall be obviously right in the middle of the forest. With that, I'm going to have a rustic market tent, because obviously you need that. I can't see a damn thing I'm doing right now. I want a stall, a sign for the food stall. You want a wood shed for no reason, just nearby. Also a stable fence right in front of it, clipping through it, because why not? Of course. You want the stable also clipping through everything, because that makes sense. We want the rustic shed to be clipping into everything as well. And you also want the green market tent. It says it needs to be attached. Damn. All right. Anyways, we'll have another food stall be right here. We'll have this tent be attached to that. Another food stall on top of it. And the green one attached to that. Perfect. And build that. That's going to look really beautiful and be exactly how I want it to be. Anyways, I'm going to continue the game and see what happens. I've also realized that this over here keeps bitching at me that I have a missing zone, but I'm not sure how to add a zone to it. It just won't let me. I don't know what the extraction zone is that it wants. All right, so I've come back to the gathering hut, apparently, as it says, being full, which means I'm probably going to need to build one more. So I'm going to build another gathering hut. We're going to put that right next to it. And you know what? We're going to build that. And you know what? I don't think one's enough. So we're going to build one more. I'm going to put it right there. And I don't think 2 is enough. So we're going to put one more. And we're going to put it right there. I don't think 3 is enough. We're going to put one more. We're going to build it right here. I don't think 4 is enough. So we're going to put one more. We're going to build it right here. So we're going to have 6 different gathering huts, because obviously that's important. And the new villager has joined. What I've also discovered is that apparently there's a progression tab, which I didn't realize. Which means that apparently I'm supposed to progress the game in some way, and I need to build a manor house. So let me buy the manor house. I now am able to build one. What I also need, apparently, once it goes away, hello, eventually, there we go. All right, so I need to build the manor house. Oh, I'll put that, let's see. I want it to be as inconvenient as possible. So I'm going to put it, let's see. We're going to put it right next to the clergy. I think the door is on this side. So we'll put it right here. We're going to have it be right next to the door so you cannot get into it. I'm going to attach one tower right there. And to this tower, I will attach a chimney, like so. We're going to have another heavy chimney. We're going to attach it right there, like so. We'll have a manor entrance here. Why not? Actually, I have a better idea. We're going to put it right in front of the clergy entrance, because it just makes sense, you know? And other than that, I also think I will need probably a vestibule, so I'll put that right here. I don't know what a vestibule is, but I think right in front of the window makes perfect sense, facing the gathering huts, because of course, why not? A passageway. We want the passageway to be as far away from anything that needs to pass through as possible, to go like that. I think that looks brilliant. And a large manor entrance as well, right over here. And we're going to go ahead and click build. And it says construction requirements not met. Why? Why are construction requirements not met? Are you telling me that I need something else? I need a narrow chimney as well. All right, you can have a narrow chimney, I guess, or not. What else do you need? Visitor location, maybe? Have them go right there. Why not? The wood shed, maybe it needs? I'm not sure. We'll put that right here. And then a stable fence right next to the shed. A roofed stable right next to the fence. I'll have a rustic shed right here. Is that what it needs? Yes, that is what it needs. Okay, cool. So I've got everything that it needs to build the manor house. Okay, here. Advice, collecting taxes. I can collect taxes. Of course, every village will contribute to the community. Everybody gets to pay taxes. Give me new villagers. Good. Anyways, progression. What else can I get? A castle. I can get a monastery. I can also get fences, a bridge, fishing, and storage. What do I think is more important? Obviously, the castle. Okay, so they're already working on building this house, but I'm not really sure how to put the tax office down. Does that do it? Well, I guess we'll have to wait. Figure out what this person wants. Building a castle. Let's build a castle. All right, now I have 4 tasks to do, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ignore all of them. Because that seems like the most logical option to do. And I still am missing a zone over here. I'm still not sure what it wants me to do, so I'm going to keep ignoring it. Okay, so I'm about 4 months into this game, and so far it seems that nothing is being built because I don't think the laborers have the resources they need, because apparently, to my absolute delight, which I really love, is that my lumber camp has just never been built. So my laborers just have no wood. We have plenty of stone because my mining camp, my stonecutter camp, is full of storage and has plenty of stone. We still have some cloth, but like my church hasn't been built and my manor hasn't been built because nothing's being built. We don't have wood. And it keeps yelling at me that it doesn't have a zoning area and I need tools to build it, but I don't have tools, and I forget how to make a zoning area. So I think what this is gonna mean is that unfortunately I just have no way to progress, even with the silly stuff I've been doing. I've tried everything I could. I think I've sat here for about 20 minutes now trying to fix this. If anybody in the comments has any way to fix this, please let me know, because I don't know. But what I'm going to do for this is maybe in the future, I'll return to this game. I'm not sure. We will see. As we see a little torture victim. I mean, another immigrant coming in to join the village. Why not? Let's have 19 villagers with no housing or anything like that. We have 7 unemployed villagers and still 20% happiness, which I absolutely love, because nobody's happy about anything because they just don't have houses, which I love to see. Nothing's been done. Nothing's being done. Nothing has been built. We are an absolutely destroyed city. We are not thriving. We have no idea how to do anything. And I consider that a success. So 4 months, 4 weeks with 3 days gone in. We're going to call it a day on this. We might come back in the future. And this has been Foundation. This has been Nath. I hope you had fun. I know I did. I'm sure you did too. If you know how to fix the zoning issues in the comments, please let me know. Otherwise, go ahead and subscribe, like, I don't know. You do what you want to do. It's your life. You have fun. So am I. Have a great day.